Hola! Hola to all you guys. What's up? Research here. Merry Christmas to all you Durhers. What's up? Hope Santa Claus brings you guys all kinds of awesome presents and all that kind of jazz. All that kind of fun stuff. You guys got any special plans for the holidays, dude? If you do, tell me about it in the comments. I don't even know what Justice has going on, to be honest. He asked for a car, dude. I think he's going to get a fucking piece of charcoal, but that's just my opinion. You guys can leave comments on his page about that if you feel like it. I'm just messing, but anyway, yeah, we got a decent comeback here, man. This is I'm just rolling solo. Just hopping in a match here. MPL. I think I had the grip on it. I was just trying to get challenges done for the gun. I'm really trying to get to this 14th prestige, get that gold whip. Just grinding, dude, playing Dom. That's it. You know, so I'm trying to get that done as fast as I can. And yeah, decent score. Wasn't super sick, but, you know, like I said, I played the objective super heavy in this game, so I thought it was good gameplay. Something worth watching, you know. So, and we have a really decent comeback. We were down by quite a few. You'll see at at a certain point here, I think it's like between 50 and 60 points we were actually down, and we come back. So, and I say we as in me and my team, but really me. You guys were fucking useless, but yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. Kind of wanted to take a time or an opportunity, I guess, to talk about me and kind of share with everybody kind of like what I, you know, like who I am and like what I do. And I just play this game for fun. I always have. Granted, I played a lot of hours, but it's always been just for fun. So I do have other things I do in my life. And anyway, I can tell you kind of how I got into Call of Duty. I kind of think we mentioned on our podcast back in the day when we had that running, but I had a girlfriend who decided to. We were living together, and I bought a PlayStation while we were living together, and I picked up World at War, and I'd actually played multiplayer, and got that, and started fucking around with it, man. Really, really liked it, and I had school going on at the time. I was about 2 years in, and I know it's surprising, but I was actually a straight A student, college. I was a member of Phi Theta Kappa, which is an international honor society. I was a peer mentor. I was also a mentor for inner city youth. You know, the list goes on. Scholarship recipient. The reason I bring that up is, you know, I'm not a bum who sits in my mom's basement all day, although I sit in my mom's basement all day. But, you know, so anyway, nonetheless, the girl left. She left me for a Minnesota Wild hockey player. If you guys ever get a chance to look him up, his name is Colton Gillies. And he's a two-way contract guy who plays for the Wild when they need him, and then for the Houston Aeros, if I'm not mistaken, is the AHL team. But nonetheless, when she left, it broke me down a lot, man. I got super depressed and so on and so forth, and I basically just kind of sat in my place all day and played fucking Call of Duty. Back then I was on the PS3, World at War, got into sniping and all that kind of thing, but that's really how I got my start. As pathetic as it sounds, that's really how I got into the game as much as I did. But it turned out to be a good thing because I found out that I had a passion for this, and it's something I really, really enjoy doing. And it keeps me entertained. This is my form of entertainment. That kind of leads me to my next thing. I'm actually a recovering alcoholic. I guess you could say / drug addict. I refer to myself as recovering alcoholic, but I was into everything. Got sober in 2001, November 1st, 2000. I don't know, it was 2002. Yeah, because I just had 8 years of sobriety on November 1st, which means that I don't drink, smoke, I don't do anything. I drink all fucking kinds of caffeine, but I don't drink anything else or smoke anything or anything else like that. So this is kind of my way of releasing and kind of releasing stress and kind of having fun. You know, some people can go and have a couple beers and have a good time. That's totally cool. This is just kind of my way of escaping for a little bit and just kind of forgetting about what's going on in life. And this is, I think, at this point right here, this is kind of the maximum score in which we're losing. It's 47 to 112. By all rights, it means this game should be well fucking over, especially with these shitheads that I had on my team. And in fact, we had a point here where we were 4-on-6, And I think a couple of guys came in here who had a decent idea of what they were doing, and they basically saved the game for me, which I think is great, obviously, because at this point I'm 32-2 with 4 caps and 1 defend. You'll see that capture number goes way up. So, but yeah. And then now in my life, I've got a girlfriend. Her name is Amber. She's got a baby whose name is Ella, who's 9 months old. I love them both a lot. They're really great. I couldn't have asked for better people in my life. It's one of those things, it's funny when you're in life, you have these hard situations that come up, like with girlfriends or situation with friends or whatever, and everything comes up and it's super hard at the time. You don't know why it's fucking happening and you can't understand it, and you're not sure if you're going to get better, and you don't know what's going to happen. Everything's really uncertain, but it always works out for the best. Something better always comes along, always. And I can honestly say that, if the other girl hadn't left, I wouldn't have met the one that I met now. And it wouldn't be the way it is if I hadn't experienced what I did then. So basically what I'm trying to say is I couldn't have written a better script. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have planned it better. I couldn't, even if I'd sat down and said, okay, I'm going to write my life out and I'm going to get to write it out. And when I do, it's all going to happen. And that were true. I would have sold myself short, So that's something to think about maybe. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but things will come up in life, man, that just don't seem fair and don't seem right. And it's going to suck and it's going to hurt and it's going to take time. But I can tell you that more times than not, if you continue to do the right thing, and if you did the right thing with that situation, you did the best you could, that no doubt about it, something better is going to come along because that's not in the plans for you, And I'm not saying that in a religious point either, by the way. Like, I'm not a religious guy. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in higher powers and, you know what I'm saying, like things of that nature, but I don't believe in like a wrathful God or anything, so I'm not trying to, shove anything like that down your throat, but, So, and then, anyway, after all that, like I said, I was a really great student, and I took school super serious, and I really, really tried hard. I wanted to go to business school. There's a school at the U of M it's called the Carlson School of Management, and it's one of the top 25 business schools in the country, and I was positioned at that time to actually become accepted to that school. I had a 4.0 GPA. In fact, throughout my entire college career so far, I've gotten 1B. And I don't say that to brag. I just say that because, I'm not saying that I'm smart. I'm not saying anything like that. But, what I'm trying to say is to anybody out there is that if you work hard enough, anybody can do anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do well in school. It just takes effort. But, so I did that. And, basically after all the things happened with the old relationship and so on and so forth, I got really depressed. And I just kind of stopped caring, and I kind of stopped going to school, and I started taking a leave of absence, if it were, which has been kind of a big setback. But it's like I say, I don't have all the answers right now, and maybe someday I'll look back on this and say, wow, I'm really glad that happened, or I don't know. The U of M's a great school. I changed my idea as far as major. I didn't want to go to the business school anymore. I decided that I had always wanted to get into law. I had always envisioned law at some capacity, whether it be, at that time it was business law, so corporate law, that type of thing, handling mergers and stuff like that. And I've decided now to change it to more of a labor and employment law type situation. So I would be dealing with union negotiations and class action lawsuits. So, if Walmart's not paying their employees overtime, I'll help step in. You take the company to court, and you take, the company to court on behalf of X amount of employees, and and you get them in trouble for not paying their employees lawsuits, and then you get a $300 million settlement in which the firm would take 60%. So good payout. Those don't happen very often, but I just kind of want to have something, that pays you well, something with some prestige, I guess you could say, something that's fairly challenging, because I like to argue and debate, and I like to critically analyze things. I'm not a very good numbers guy. It's just not my forte, but I thought that would be suitable for me, as well as getting to help people, which at the end of the day is all that really matters to me. I've had jobs where I make great money. I've had jobs where I don't make shit. At the end of the day, I can always tell you the better jobs that I've ever had are the ones that actually you feel good about helping people. You know, sometimes the biggest and best jobs I've had where I made the most money I fucking hated because they were super pointless. And then sometimes the jobs I've had where you make the least amount of pay, you get the most fulfillment out of because you're actually helping. So, you know, that's something I found too, man. And it doesn't matter what it is, you know. I actually, honestly, I'd probably do anything if I could. I'd fucking be a grocery boy for the rest of my life if I could, if I love doing it, you know what I mean? But I don't have passion for that, so why do that, you know? It's just my opinion, but so yeah, I just want to take this time and really just kind of share with you guys a little bit about myself. And you know, I've taken the time to do it, but I don't think I've ever been as candid as I've been tonight. And I want to thank Justice for really giving me the chance to do this. You know, Justice has really been like a bro to me on here, man. I've known him now for a while, and I consider him like a fucking brother. It's kind of wild. Never thought I'd say that about a dude I game with, but it's just kind of come to that point. And that's one of the cool things about gaming online. I think that's why this community is what it is, because it's more than meets the eye. It's more than just a bunch of fucking kids nerd raging and shit and blah blah blah. But keep game on this clutch real fast. Didn't even really need this cap, but I kind of just went off real quick here. Have a nice ender, you know. Fucking get the 4-piece real quick at that nice fail, and then get the cap. Yeah. About to wrap, dude. We came back, baby. Close game. We came back. Final score was 54-10. 11 caps, 3 defense. 46-40 was the score. So I tried to handle biz. I think the team did well. So appreciate it. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your families. True meaning of Christmas is that. So thank you, Justice. And this is Research. Vamonos.